Welcome to EdCamp Voxer. We want to give just a lot of thanks for you all joining us over your winter break. We know a lot of teachers are taking a much needed rest from work, and it's cool that you're here to join and to learn with us over the break. We do also want to give a shout out to the organizers, Nicole, Dr. Nicole Howard, Sarah. Many of you probably seen Sarah, heard from Sarah in some of the different chats. Carla couldn't be with us right now at this time, but you'll probably see her later in some groups. I'm Rochelle. Regina is also with us, and you'll probably see Shayna in some of the groups and maybe at a later time. We also want to give a shout out to our sponsors, but we'll mention more about that in a few. It's also really, really cool that at this point, 11:01 Central Standard Time, we have over 257 registrants in EdCamp Voxer. So look at how many people we have the privilege of learning from. How exciting is that? So I also want to remind you to use the hashtags. Remember, we are in a point of transition here. We're kind of going with EdCampVoice as a hashtag, as well as EdCamp Voxer. So feel free to tweet any of your questions to those two hashtags, and we'll definitely try to get out and get you a response. So all of the information that you may want to know more about for EdCamp Voxer is located on our website, edcampvoxer.com. If you haven't registered, because maybe a friend just had you join a group, you do want to make sure you go ahead and register for that. And you'll also see a sign up for the session board where you can see the different topics that meet your interests. It's very interesting. I told you how many folks are actually registered. We have actually maxed out the main room. So we've started an overflow room. And so that link is going to be dropped on the welcome kind of document that most of the registration folks will get as they continue to register for EdCamp Voxer. So you'll see that, coming if you're new to EdCamp Voxer. You probably do want to turn off your notifications because, it'll continue to probably get pretty busy, okay, throughout the day and throughout the couple of days that we are learning from each other. And although we know that on Voxer, that we're having these conversations with great like-minded educators, we do still want to remind everyone to make sure you get permission from a person before you continue to share or forward any of their Voxes on Twitter or in other social media spaces. That's just being a good digital citizen, and we definitely want to model that. And remember, just as in any other ed camp, the law of 2 feet. If something is not meeting your needs, it is okay for you to decide to go to another chat that may be better meeting your needs. One of the other kind of best practices and things that we've learned over facilitating these in the last few times here is that it is kind of important to keep those boxes to a pretty reasonable time frame. If you are wanting to specifically talk to someone, then you definitely may want to tag them, put their name in it. We may be sharing Voxer kind of quick tips throughout the experience, throughout the couple of days here. So that's something for you to think about as well. But if nothing else, you can always post those in the EdCamp Voxer main room. All right. I think I'm passing it over now to Regina.
All right, I know that Regina is having a couple of issues with the Wi-Fi, but she's definitely there. So shout out to Regina and hello to everyone. So we're going to be talking a little bit about social media tweeting. So go ahead and definitely we want to get more people in on the action. So if you have something really cool going on in your room, then go ahead and share out the tweets, with permission, of course, or blog posts, infographic, other visuals and resources. And you can use either one of our hashtags, EdCampVoice or EdCampVoxer. Okay. Also, if you have something cool that comes up in your room that you want to share, then you can drop it in the main room and we may post it on our website, edcampvoxer.com. Also, FYI, if you are writing those blog posts, then you will be eligible for a grand prize. So stay tuned for that. Definitely share them out, get them out there, spread the love. In addition, you're going to be added to a Twitter list. So you might want to go ahead and follow people who are also attending EdCamp Voice on Voxer so that you can grow your PLN. All right. So last but not least, we want to definitely give some shout outs. So thank you to the University of Redlands for being our gold sponsor this year. They are at SOE Bulldog on Twitter. We also want to thank Christine Hunt, who offered back-end support for EdCamVoice on Voxer. So thank you very much to University of Redlands and to Christine. In addition, we want to give a shout out to our friends at EdChange Global Classroom. So that's going to be going on February 28th and 29th. And it is such a great, it's such a great learning experience. Some of you might have done it in the past, but it's fantastic. And it's a way to connect your students as well as to connect with other educators around the world doing awesome things. So you want to check them out at tiny.cc/EdChangeGlobal. Also wanted to give a huge shout out to EduMatch Snapshot 16. That book launch is coming up on the 29th, and it's going to coincide with the wrap up of EdCampVoice on Voxer. So make sure that you're registered for this particular EdCamp, because you will get a free copy of the ebook. Now, the ebook is available for free. There's also options for those of you who like to come out of pocket for convenience. Just FYI, there is a hardback option in black and white as well as color, and there's also a Kindle option, but you will have the free ebook. And we also want to invite you to our launch party the next day, so you can talk with the authors on the 30th of December at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So space for that is limited. So you want to sign up at tinyurl.com/EduMatchSnapshot16. Okay, so that is the RSVP link. We would love to party with you. Rochelle, I think you wanted to give a shout out to some of your classmates.
Yes, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Nancy W. Tech, Nancy Watson, and Chad Flexen. Those are two of my grad school classmates. So I'm so excited to see them here in this space. We actually have a month off right now before our next course begins, but it's always great to learn with your peers. So great to see them here in EdCampVoice on Voxer.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great people. We wanted to also let you know that we have a cafe press. So if you want some cool gear, like EdCampVoice on Voxer swag, then just check out cafepress.com/EdCampVoice. Also, if you happen to be running any virtual events or anything of that nature, like Twitter chats or anything like that during our EdCampVoice on Voxer window, then we want to also give you a shout out. So if you can just let us know, then we will definitely promote you on Twitter. Feel free to drop it in our main room. We can also forward it to our overflow room. And now, time for Q&A. So checking the Twitter hashtags and seeing some great people on here. So huge shout out to Nicole Taylor, Dr. Randall Sampson, Leslie Fagan, Kevin Burke. Oh my goodness, some great people on here. So definitely we are looking forward to learning with you. So cannot wait for that. So did anybody have anything before we close out?
Did Regina make it in?
Yeah, well, we'll hopefully have her back for the wrap up. I know we will, so definitely looking forward to that. So we're gonna have a wrap up at the end, which will be on the 29th at 11:45 Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Regina.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to EdCampVoice at Voxer. I look forward to seeing everyone online.
Yes, so this is going to be a great time. Very excited to learn with everybody. So I guess with that, then go ahead and start the conversations. If you were waiting on us to say go, then
That's
ready,
right.
set, go. Now is the time.
That's right.
All right. Happy holidays, everyone.